Hello everyone, how are you today? Can you hear me? Can you see me now? Thank you for joining on this live stream today. So this is the 6th of February 2022 on Sunday. So today I will cover the Forex pairs and gold, WTI crude oil, and indices for Ichimoku analysis for next week. So now let's get started. Sorry I'm a bit late because I had some issues, but it has been resolved and now I'm here on the live stream. So, the issue is about the PC. Actually, I have updated the Windows to the latest version yesterday, but afterwards there might be some minor issues. For example, like Skype connection is not really stable after the update, and I had some minor issues. So hopefully this live stream will be stable until the end of today. But in case if you see any issues, please just let me know, and I will try to fix these issues as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you for joining everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend right now. So let me switch the window, and as usual, just a quick disclaimer. This content is all based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that will be great, because afterwards, after all, we are all here to learn. Okay, so thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Great to see you. I do see many comments in the chat. So let me quickly say hi to everyone and start my analysis. So Pirates Bay, good to see you. And Orvin, Nassar, Begar, good to see you too. Leo Dehi and Bassam Blackwater and Dalaj, good to see you. Muhammad Sharif and AJ Bashard, JJ, good to see you too. Alright, Vixen and Payson, on my way, good to see you too. Oman, thank you for joining. And Nguyen, Ali, and Neil, KK, Andrew FX, Arcadis, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Alright, and Benedict and Alexander, bravo. And Dirk, good to see you too. Eugene and Kush Arnell, Chike and Wong Alan, Rashko and Benja and Milos. Thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah. Oh, get a Mac. Yeah, I used to use Mac, but no, I don't. I don't think so. I prefer to use Windows now because it's much better for the live streams and also checking charts by MT5. So anyways, let me start the analysis. So let me switch to trading view. All right, trading view, and I was actually watching the Bitcoin as it goes up. But yeah, let me start from the Forex pairs. So first, I will cover the Forex pairs on my watch list, which are 21 pairs. I will start to cover from Euro USD all the way down to Swiss franc JPY. So, and I will look at the weekly time frame today, weekly and daily time frame. So here's weekly. I think what we can do is today, let me split the window into two. And on the left, I put the weekly, and on the right, I put the daily chart. I think it saves time, and it will be better for you to understand on two different time frames at the same time. So yeah, so here's Euro USD. On the left weekly chart, the market is now retracing backwards as a result of the news last week about what happened in the UK and Euro about the interest rate. They were both, and it was bullish actually. So on the weekly chart basis, looks like the market is retracing back to Kijun-sen. So if you're looking to buy next week, I think Kijun-sen will be the target. Kijun-sen at 1.1515 level is a target. And with that in mind, if you look at the daily chart, oh sorry, this wasn't the daily. So let me switch to daily chart. Yep, on the right, on the daily chart, this is ranging also. The market is still, at the resistance level on the daily chart. And yeah, the Kumo is not twisted yet, bullish. And 変換線、基準線 below Kumo. So next Monday, we might see retracement. So we better wait for the breakout of the resistance in the daily chart, which is 1.1486 level, and look for buy chance afterwards, is my view. Okay, and the next one is Euro AUD. So Euro AUD on the weekly chart is still ranging, and this is in the P wave still. P wave is the Ichimoku way to see market as in this how do you say, like a triangle range, triangle. So lower highs and higher lows, this is I would say lower highs and higher lows, right? I think that's the correct way to describe. Yeah, I still have to practice on how to say this in English, but yeah, you see the highs getting lower and lows getting higher, and this is P wave in Ichimoku. And the market is actually at the top of the P wave and also at the top of the resistance here. So next week it might reverse. It might reverse and continuously go down to the lower part of the P wave. So I expect next week will be bearish, but we will see. And with that in mind, if you look at the daily time frame, the market was bullish for the last 2 days, and now it reached to the previous high, which is 1.6171 level. And in this case, the Kumo is too thin to be trustable. Kumo is too thin, so I expect next Monday, Tuesday will be retracement. So yeah, Euro AUD, I don't think I will look for the entry chance next Monday, Tuesday. I just wait for the retracement and breakout and then look for buy. And the next one is Euro Pound. Okay, Euro Pound on the weekly chart, it has been bearish. Because what we see here is that the Kumo Senko span B is down, and A is also, I think A is flat, sorry, but Senko span B is down, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are down. So this is bearish. And Chikou span is now reaching back to the candle, but it may be resisted by the candle and go down this way continuously. So Euro Pound, in my view, it's bearish next week. And as per daily chart, the market retraces all the way back to Senko span A level. So from here, it may be resisted and continuously go down this way. So Euro Pound, it's bearish in the weekly chart. So I will just mark in purple so that you know that this is bearish on the weekly time frame. And the next one is Euro JPY. Euro JPY on the weekly is still ranging. The market is still ranging sideways, and Kumo is too small. Kijun Sen has been flat. Chikou span too close to candles, so this is ranging, and we don't see any direction. And if you look at the daily time frame, though, this is uptrending now. Kumo is up. Kijun Sen is pointing upwards, and Chikou span above candles, and it broke the resistance level of 131.58. So from here, it could continuously go up, and it may reach up to the next resistance level on the weekly chart, which is going to be 133.51 level. So I expect the market goes up next week. So Euro JPY is uptrending on the daily time frame. So I will mark red as this is uptrending on the daily time frame. So moving on to Euro CAD, weekly chart has retraced back to Kijun Sen now. But Kijun Sen itself is flat, and Senko span A is also flat. So we can't tell which way it goes from here. And if you also look at the daily chart broke the Kumo, and it reached all the way back to the resistance of 1.4648 level. But since Kumo hasn't twisted yet, it may reverse backwards. So next Monday, Tuesday can be retracement. So I think I will just stay away from this one. And next one is Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc on the weekly chart is now retracing back to Kijun Sen. So the target is going to be on the 1.0618 level. So whenever you see Kijun Sen flat, the market tends to retrace back to Kijun Sen. And that's exactly what's happening on the weekly chart. But in the daily chart, it broke Kumo. But again, if you look at the Kumo itself, this is too small and too thin here. So the market may reverse backwards from here. So Monday, Tuesday can be retracement. So I would wait for the retracement and pull back and wait for the pushback to buy. So at this moment, I think I will just stay away from this one. And the next one is USD JPY. Yeah, USD JPY on the weekly chart is bullish because Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is pointing upwards, and Chikou span above the candles. And last week was actually engulfing inside bar structure. So once the market breaks engulfing and also the previous resistance level, it may continue to go up. So I will be looking for the buy chance on USD JPY this week. And in terms of daily time frame, it's flat right now. Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen is flat, Chikou span has been touching. So we have to wait for the breakout of resistance level of 116.36 level to look for a buy chance. But yeah, USD JPY is bullish on the weekly chart. So I will just mark this one and look for buying edge this week. And the next one is USD CAD. USD CAD has been in the P wave also in the weekly time frame. Kumo flat still, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So there is no direction. And in the daily time frame also, there is no direction because Kumo flat and market is within the Kumo and Chikou span touching. And I don't think there will be a big trend this week. So most likely I will stay away from this pair. And next one is USD Swiss franc. This one is also ranging, but looks like the P wave on the weekly has broken bullish now. But the next question is whether the market breaks resistance level or not. And I do see the resistance at 0.9373 level. So I will just wait for the breakout to happen on the weekly and look for the buy chance on the daily and the lower time frames. And so let's move on to pound base pairs. So pound USD on the weekly, it's ranging still. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen is pointing down, but the market is ranging right now sideways. So we can't tell which way it's going on the weekly chart basis. But it looks like on the wave analysis, it has been bearish. It has been continuously bearish, and it hasn't broken the previous high yet. So technically, this is bearish. So next week can be bearish trend. And if you look at the daily time frame, it's ranging also. So it's flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen, and Chikou span touching. So I just simply wait for the market goes down bearish and look for the sell chance afterward. And the next one is pound JPY. Pound JPY on the weekly chart as per Ichimoku is now technically bullish because Senko span B is up. Senko span B is currently moving up, and Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen are flat, but the market is above Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and Chikou span above the candles. So this week it may break the resistance. It may break the resistance of 158.25, and then it may continue to go up in this direction. So, but to be safer, I would wait for the breakout to look for a buy chance, or I would go down to the daily chart, and as the market goes up this way, I will wait for the Kumo point up and also Kijun Sen point up and Chikou span above candles, and then look for the buy chance. So it may be at after the breakout of the resistance, but we will see. I will continue to monitor from Monday on this pound JPY. So now let's go to pound CAD. Yeah, so pound CAD on the weekly chart is now flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen. The market retraced back to Kumo and there's no direction. And in the daily time frame, it's about to break the resistance of 1.7311 level. So I would start to look for the buy chance once it breaks the resistance level. So you can put the alert above 1.7317 level, and once it triggers, you can come back and see if you can find the entry edge afterwards. That's pound CAD. And oh, I do see many comments, but let me cover these comments after I talk about all the pairs first. Before I move to gold, I will come back to your comments. So yeah, so now let's go to pound AUD. Okay, pound AUD on the weekly is now flat. Chikou span is very close to candles, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So it may be resisted and retrace backwards. And in terms of the daily time frame, this is bullish now. It's bullish because Kumo Senko span A is up and Kumo is thick itself. So this is also a good sign that it shows the market is uptrending in the long term. And also Kijun Sen is pointing upwards and the Chikou span above candles. So this week it may break resistance and continue to go up. So I will continue to monitor pound AUD from Monday tomorrow. So I will mark this one as red because this is uptrending in the daily time frame. Okay, and now let's move on to Okay, so now let's move on to pound Swiss franc. A pound Swiss franc on the weekly is ranging as the market is exactly within the Kumo and Kumo flat, so it's ranging. And in the daily time frame also, it's ranging too. So I don't think I will take trades on pound Swiss franc this week. So let's now move on to AUD based pairs. So first, AUD USD. On the weekly chart, this is still bearish and it's about to break the support level. So simply I wait for the support breakout of 0.6966 level and look for the sell chance afterwards. And in the daily time frame, this is ranging. So it may take time for the market to break the support level. But once it breaks, so as it goes down this week, once the market breaks the support level, then I will look for the sell chance. So it may happen Monday, Tuesday. So I will mark this one as downtrend on the weekly chart and continue to monitor from Monday. So the next one is AUD CAD. So AUD CAD, it has been downtrending also. If you look at the weekly chart, the Kumo has been downtrending and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are flat now, but the market is below these levels and Chikou span below candles. And also, if you look at the waves, it has been on the bearish in the wave. Hold on. It has been bearish in the waves. So I expect the market continuously turn bearish in the long term. So also with that in mind, if you look at the daily time frame, this is also going downtrend because you can see that the Kumo Senko span A is pointing down and Kijun Sen is also pointing down and Chikou span below candles. So far I have covered around like 15 pairs so far. but I think AUD CAD is the best one for myself to monitor this week. So for sure, I will stick to AUD CAD and look for the potential selling edge. Okay, so next one is AUD JPY. AUD JPY has been ranging on both time frames. Weekly is within the Kumo, and daily chart is also very close to Kumo, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so no direction and no trace. And next one is AUD Swiss franc. This one is bearish right now. If you look at the weekly time frame, we see something very interesting here. Is that the market has been resisted by the Tenkan Sen for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. It has been resisted and has been below the Tenkan Sen. And this is showing bearishness in the market. So that means unless the market breaks Tenkan Sen on the weekly, it should go down this way. So I will continue to look for the sell chance on AUD Swiss franc. And also, if you look at the daily chart, this is just ranging for the last 1 or 2 weeks. So it may take time for the market to start to go down. But once it starts to go down, then I will look for the sell chance. So most likely, I start to look for the sell chance at the breakout of the support, which is 0.6483 level. So I expect the market to break support level and then look for the sell chance afterwards. So now let's move on to CAD base pairs. So CAD JPY, it has been ranging on the weekly. This is in the P wave also. Let me just mark this P wave like this way. So we have to wait for the breakout of the P wave towards either direction. And in the daily time frame also, it's flat ranging. The market is very close to Kumo, and Chikou span touching. So I think I will just stay away from CAD JPY this week. And then next one is CAD Swiss franc. This pair is also ranging. Weekly chart showing the market is within the Kumo, and Chikou span touching. In the daily chart, same situation. Market is within the Kumo, and Chikou span is very close. So most likely I stay away. Okay, and the last one is Swiss franc JPY. Swiss franc JPY has been bullish on the weekly, but now it's retracing backwards. So technically, this is still bullish, as the market still goes up on the bullish in wave. So it may retrace back to Kijun Sen and goes up this way. So, but we can't really tell which way it's going. It may not reach back to Kijun Sen and go up also. So we'll see on that one. We can't tell on that part. And also, daily chart showing range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span very close. And the market is kind of supported by the Kumo, but this Kumo is very thin, so it can break anytime soon. So if the market has been above Kumo, then that will be a buy chance. But if the market breaks Kumo, then it may continue to go down this way. But at this moment, we can't tell which way it's going. So better option is to stay away from this pair. So these are my overview of these Forex pairs on my watch list. So let me quickly come back to your comments before I move on to gold and oil and the indices analysis. Okay, thank you for joining everyone, by the way. As always, if you liked it so far, please press the like button before you leave. That will be great. So let's see. Tai says, hi Kay, can you talk about the market sentiment when there is a gap? And should we trade when there is a gap before support resistance levels? Yeah. If you see the gap in between Friday and Monday, then what can happen is, for example, let's see on the daily chart, let's say the market starts from here. Let's say market starts from here, and then you see the gap here. right? You see the gap. And when you see this, you have to wait for the market to either fill the gap or continue to go up and do not fill the gap. Because usually, in theory, the market, once the market fills the gap, then it goes backwards. But if it doesn't fill the gap, then it goes up continuously and away from this gap. But you have to wait for some time to see that. But in theory, that's how I see the gap afterwards. All right, let's see. Shalen says, Dubai is going to tax companies from next year. How does that affect affect us? We want to set up company in Dubai. That one, let me talk about it on my second channel. Let me focus on the analysis for now. But yeah, I heard that news. I heard that the Dubai is going to tax on the companies. So, but I have the idea. I have an idea and strategy to resolve that issue. So I think I will talk about that on my second channel. So, all right, let me cover some other comments before I move on to gold and WTI and indices. Rajesh, yes, I will cover Nifty later, so please bear with me for maybe next 20 minutes or so. And Milos says, Mr. K, is it correct to say that when we look for inside bar, we look at the wicks of the engulfing candle, but if we look at outside bars, we look at the body of engulfing candle. On either way, to be safer, you want to take the wicks also. Whether it's engulfing inside or outside bars, you want to take the wick also. But yeah, I think I will mention that also when the market's moving. So if you see some engulfing patterns, please remind me sometime when the market's moving. Right, so Basam says, K-san on Euro JPY in the daily time frame. Okay, so here's Euro JPY daily. All right, I noticed that Kijun-sen is in the Kumo. So shouldn't it be possible retracement? Yeah, Kijun-sen is within the Kumo, but it's about to break. And next Monday, most likely, it goes above the Kumo, and that's why I say that this is uptrending. So, and the Kumo is a bit thin, but the market broke resistance. So the Kumo thin and the Kijun-sen still within the Kumo. But what I want to try to say is the market may reverse back to the resistance and goes up in this direction is my scenario. So, and by the time when the market retraces backwards, the Kumo Senko Span B will go flat, while Senko Span A continue to go up, and that makes thicker Kumo here. So, and Kijun-sen should be out of the Kumo when it happens, and once you start to see pushback, you can possibly expect the market breaks the next resistance level. So yeah, you can either buy here or buy after the breakout would be the scenario. So if you look at the Kumo shape, you kind of know whether the market might retrace or not. And in this case, there might be a retracement. So we just have to wait for that. All right, Kush says, is pound USD on the weekly a Y wave? So pound USD. Okay, pound USD on the weekly, this is not the Y wave yet. This is bearish N wave. This is bearish N wave. The lows are lower, the highs are lower and lows lower. So this is bearish in the wave. So potentially it goes down this way. But if you start to see the market goes up from here, and start to see this end wave, breaks resistance end wave, then this is reversal. This is inverse head and shoulders. And after this neckline break, the market may continue to go up in this direction. But now this is reverse end wave. Okay. Oba-san, thank you for the reminder. So yeah, if you liked the live stream so far, please press the like button. That would be great. And if you can please subscribe and hit the bell button, that would be great. Because once I reach 50K subscribers, then I will do some special live stream. So yeah, so now let's move on to gold and WTI crude oil. Okay, so I move to commodity and gold, XAU-USD. So gold, what's happening right now is that the market is within the P wave on the weekly. So, and we can't really tell which way it's going. The market itself has been ranging, but I still expect the market breaks P wave bullish because simply Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen. And this is also one of the Ichimoku strategies, is that the when you see the market, let me cancel the candles. And if you see the market within the P wave, most likely the market breaks towards Tenkan-sen direction. So that means when the Tenkan-sen is above Kijun-sen, so this is the blue one is Tenkan-sen and green one is Kijun-sen. And when you see Tenkan-sen above Kijun-sen, most likely it breaks bullish. But when Tenkan-sen comes below Kijun-sen, then most likely P wave will break bearish. And you can see this example on the previous charts many times. And this is one of the very trustable strategy for Ichimoku. So because Tenkan-sen above Kijun-sen right now, on the weekly chart, I still expect the market breaks the P wave bullish. And right now, the market is at the support level of the P wave. And last week was bullish. So this week, if it continues to be bullish, is my opinion. So for myself, gold is bullish. Gold will be bullish this week. And with that in mind, if you look at the daily time frame, this is ranging. There is no direction on the daily time frame. So we have to wait for the market goes up. Still, this is not a good time to buy because we don't see any uptrend on the daily time frame. So to be safer, you want to wait for the breakout of the P wave or the breakout of the resistance of 1854.49 to look for the buy chance. And the next one is WTI, crude oil. It has been bullish right now. It has been bullish. So Kumo on the weekly is bullish, and Kumo on the daily chart is also bullish. And Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen bullish on the weekly and also the daily time frame, and Chikou span above the candles on the weekly and daily also. So these two time frames are bullish. So this week also it may continue to be bullish. And also another one is even the market retraces this week, it may be supported by this Tenkan-sen and continue to go up in this direction because we see a couple of supports by the Tenkan-sen on the daily time frame. So that means if the market breaks Tenkan-sen, then we better not to look for buy chance, or you might want to fix the profit. But as long as the market above Tenkan-sen, you can keep holding and you can keep trading the profits along the way. So that was WTI, crude oil. So now let me go to indices, right? Index. So first, let me cover Nikkei. And in the index, let me only talk about a weekly time frame. So yeah, this is Nikkei 225 Japan index. And after the breakout P wave, now market broke the support level. And it's retracing backwards now, but looks like overall it's still bearish. So it may continue to go bearish from here. After the P wave break, it may continue to go down. It may be resisted at the Tenkan-sen and continue to go down this way on the weekly chart. And next one is Dow Jones. Dow Jones on the weekly is still ranging. It has been ranging still. Kumo is still bullish, but the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen flat and Chikou span touching on the weekly chart. So this is ranging and we can't tell which way it's going. So I think we just better hold until we see clear uptrend in this market. And the next one is Nasdaq. Nasdaq on the weekly chart also showing flat range because Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, and Chikou span is now below the candles, and the market is also below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. So 2 weeks back, we had this pin bar, and it shows a strong support at this level, and looks like it's going up right now. But last week, we saw a long wick pointing upwards, and the market was technically bullish, but not a strong bullish market last week. So this week, it may continue to go down. If this was a resistance by this Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, the market this week may continue to go down. So we better be careful for the retracement still. We can't be positive to buy in this situation as per Ichimoku analysis. Okay, next one is S&P 500. S&P also had the pin bar, or this the pin bar, I would say, 2 weeks back, and it was supported at 4271.3 level, and looks like it's going up. But once again, there is a Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen here, so it may be resisted and continue to go down this way too. So once you start to see Chikou span break, then the market may continue to go down, and this is not a good time to buy in my eyes. It's just ranging, so I think we just better stay away from this pair, from this market. Alright, the next one is Euro stocks. Euro stocks on the weekly chart is now in the P wave, kind of squeezing P wave, but still the market has been supported by the P wave, and it may go up from here. But now Kumo Senko span A is flat, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span is also touching, so we can't really tell which way it's going. Once the market breaks P wave bearish, then it may continue to go down, so we have to watch out, continue to monitor Euro stocks. We can't tell which way it's going at this stage. And the next one is FTSE 100. FTSE 100 has been bullish right now. Kumo is bullish. Kijun-sen is flat, but the Tenkan-sen is bullish, and Chikou span above candles. So I would say that this is bullish trend, and it may continue to go up in this direction. But if you look at the daily time frame, the market has been supported by this trend line. We can see that there are once, twice, and 3 times and 4 times support. So the market may retrace backwards to trend line, but most likely it goes up, it bounces and goes up in this direction. So overall it's bullish. So yeah, you may want to still want to look for the buy chance on this one, technically speaking, from technical analysis viewpoint. Okay, and the next one is CAC France. CAC France daily chart is ranging, and the weekly is also ranging. Kumo is up, but the market is now below Tenkan-sen, and Chikou span is getting very close. So as compared to FTSE 100, I think CAC France is a bit more bearish. So once the market breaks Kijun Sen, you better stay away. Or you better fix a profit if you're buying this index. Okay, so next one is DAX index. DAX index on the weekly chart has been ranging, so we can't tell which way it's going. Kumo's flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is now below candles, but overall has been ranging, so we can't tell which way it's going. So we better stay away from this one also. And the next one is Nifty chart. So Nifty 50 shows that this is bullish on the weekly chart. So Kumo is up, Kumo Senko span B is up, span A is also up, and Kijun Sen is also pointing upwards, and Chikou span above candles. So this is bullish, and the market may continue to go up from here. But one thing is that this is actually true for all the time frames. Every time you see Kumo, and every time you see Senko span A angle, you have to make sure that the Senko span A breaks the previous Senko span A level. So here you see Senko span A's moving up, but it hasn't broken the previous Senko span A level yet. So we have to wait for that breakout and then look for the buy chance, in my opinion. And it may happen this week or next week. So we'll see. Overall, it's still bullish on the Nifty chart. And the next one is AU200. On the weekly chart has been exactly in the range, so we can't really tell which way it's going. And last week was engulfing candle. So this is losing volatility. So yeah, there's no direction. But I just noticed that we can draw the resistance level 7136, and this was actually the previous supports and previous resistance. So once the market reaches this level, it may be rejected and continuously go down this way. So if you want to buy, you want to wait for that breakout and wait for the Kijun Sen breakout also to look for the buy chance. But at this stage, we can't tell which way it's going. So to be safer, I prefer to stay away. So that covers the whole indices. So now let me quickly cover the news for this week, and I will come back to your comments. So yeah, so here is the website. Oops, hold on, this is not it. News website is here. Okay, and I will show the next week. So from 7th until 11th in Friday, 7th until 11th on Friday, and click apply. And so next Monday we have no big news. Tuesday we have no big news. And Wednesday we have only one news in Canada, BOC, governor speech. So you have to be careful in CAD pairs on Wednesday. And on Thursday we have Consumer Price Index, ex-food energy in US. So dollar can be affected by this, but that's the only news on Thursday. And Friday we have GDP report in UK. The pound, have to be careful. And euro, there is CPI report in Germany. So euro pairs can be affected. And also in the US, there will be sentiment report, consumer sentiment report. So USD pairs can be affected by this. But we have very few news next week, or sorry, this week. So I think we simply have to, see charts and look at the charts by Ichimoku and look for trending markets and follow that trending markets. Okay, so now let me come back to some other comments. So once again, thank you for joining, everyone. As always, it's always nice to see everybody here on this live stream. So, and I hope you're having a great weekend right now. So let's see. All right, Gunai says, hi K, gold and USD ZER please. All right, gold I have already covered. So let me cover USD ZAR. Okay. Right, so this is the chart. On the weekly, this is ranging. At a glance, you see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, market retracing backwards, so this is ranging. And if you look at the daily time frame, the market is also ranging. Yeah, it's just ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market is now going into Kumo. So if you want to sell, then you want to wait for the breakout of the support level 15.05718 level breakout. And if you want to buy, then you want to wait for the breakout of 16.35834 level. And within that range, I think that will be, sideways. So I would stay away this one. If we see weekly chart to be uptrending, then I will already look for the buy chance. But weekly chart is also ranging. So in the lower time frames, we can't tell which way the market might move. Okay, let's see. Miguel says, I would turn up the background music a little more. Okay. All right, let me do it. All right, so I will turn up the volume on the BGM a little bit like this. Okay, is it better now? All right. So let's see. Next one is Kush says Swiss franc JPY has been respecting the weekly trend line. Swiss franc JPY on the weekly trend line. Okay, so you mean this one, right? The market has been supported by this trend line. So yeah, it may go up from here. Yeah, that's a nice point. Mal says, I am trading in forward chart time frame and I have found more success. Okay. Yeah, for myself, I usually take either daily or 4. But if you see success in the forward chart, then you better focus on the forward chart. Yeah, Basam, you're welcome. Yuan says, hi K, I just long USD JPY last Thursday. Should I keep my trade? I put entry at 115.25. Okay, USD JPY, you took the trade at 115.25, so that would be here. So yeah, USD JPY on the weekly is still showing bullish, as we saw earlier. So in the daily chart is P wave right now, P wave ranging. So we can expect the market breaks P wave bullish. So stop loss is at 114.95. 114.95 will be here. Okay. So I think the stop loss is first of all a bit too tight. Let me go down to the 5-minute chart. You bought it here and stop loss at 114.95, right? So that's a bit lower. Okay, so if this is the case, if I look at the 5-minute chart, it has been a bit bearish. So I would exit once the market breaks the support level on the 5-minute chart, which is at 115.13. Yeah, if it breaks, then I will exit. And afterwards, if the market starts to go up again by following a weekly direction, and then I look for another entry chance. But once the market breaks the level, support level on the 5, it may continue to go down. So yeah, you have to be careful. That is my perspective. Okay, Zunzun says, Hi K, BTC in the daily chart, Tenkan-sen cut Kijun-sen, it may be uptrend. Yeah, Bitcoin looks to be bullish now. So let me switch to the Bitcoin. Okay, and this is the daily time frame. So after the big news last week, it broke the trend line bullish and broke also Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. So, so from here, it may go up, but we're not so sure. And when we can show that the market may continue to go up, it will be after you see the Chikou span breakout. When you see Chikou span break, then the market may break Kumo. So yeah, I would wait for the Chikou span break to look for the buy chance. Otherwise, it may still continue to go down, or it may be into the range, and we can't tell which way it's going. But I think the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen breakout was a bit significant because it shows this is now the end of downtrend in the short to mid term. So yeah, from here it may go up, but that will be confirmed after you see Chikou span breakout in this situation. Okay, so let's see. Denk says, okay, I'm having trouble capturing the trend. I don't think Kijun-sen and Senko span AB angling not enough. Can I add Tenkan-sen, add extra confluence to capture the trend? And am I doing something wrong? Yes, you can take Tenkan-sen. Yeah. So in the downtrend, as long as Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen, that's fine. And also, you may want to also look at the Chikou span. Chikou span needs also to be below candles when it's bearish. So yeah, these would be some extra confirmations for the trend direction. Okay, so let's see. Eugene says, can you show a Chikou strategy example? Chikou strategy examples, you can actually find some videos previously or lives previously, but Chikou span has some strategies also. One is Chikou span breakout, like explained, Chikou span breakout, and Chikou span resistance. Sometimes Chikou span will be resisted by the candles and continue to go down this way as the market goes down. So Chikou span resistance is another strategy, or Chikou span synchronize is another type of analysis. So here you see Chikou span keeps overlapping the candles, and this is called Chikou span synchronize. And here it broke candles, and this is a nice entry chance to buy. So, and this is why Chikou span breakout is significant. So this is another strategy. But you can find more strategies on the previous videos. So you can come to my YouTube and search Chikou span strategy, and you can find some other videos. And since you're the Ichimoku member, you can have some Chikou span videos for the members, Ichimoku members. Yeah, so let me cover some other comments now. Abu Bakr says, before you finish, can you quickly show me your USD CAD analysis for the week? Yeah, USD CAD, I have covered already, but in case you're new, let me cover again. That's again USD CAD, right? Okay. And so, yeah, USD CAD is in the P wave right now on the weekly chart, and most likely it breaks bullish because Tenkan-sen above Kijun-sen. And in terms of the daily time frame, this is ranging still. So it may be resisted and go down this way. But oh, I just noticed that in the daily time frame, Tenkan-sen is now above Kijun-sen. So yeah, it may break P wave bullish and may break the resistance level also. So yeah, if it happens, if the breakout happens bullish, then I might be looking for the buy chance. Is my view on this USD-CAD. Yeah, let's see. Hello, Elio. Good to see you. Thank you for joining, as always. All right, Milos says, I vaguely remember you saying that you take more risk when the monthly or weekly chart is also uptrend. Do you still do that? If yes, then what other conditions do you see before increasing the risk? Yeah, so what I usually do is I look for the trending market based on daily chart or the forward chart. And if I see daily chart or the forward chart trends and can confirm it in the 1 hour or 30-minute time frames, then I take 2% risk. But if I see weekly chart also trending up, then I take 3% risk per trade. So I increase the risk per trade in that way and follow the weekly uptrend. In that case, I don't follow the daily, but simply I follow the weekly uptrend. Yeah. All right, let's see. On my way says, kindly can scan a few entity pairs. Okay, so which entity pairs would you like me to scan? Please let me know. Because personally, I don't trade New Zealand pairs, and that's why I don't have them on my watch list. After my backtest, I found my performance gets much worse on the New Zealand pairs, and that's why I took them out. Because I think the reason is because it's volatile in the lower time frames, and it gives me widespread in my broker. Benja says, do you see gold going up to 1843? Let me check. Gold is now in the P wave still, but I do see the P wave support last week, so it may go up to the upper part of the P wave. So yeah, it may go up to 1847 or 6 or something. I think the market will go up to this way, the P wave. Yeah. Okay, USD JPY in 5 has bearish divergence, okay? Okay, so I guess, yeah, that covers the whole markets for today's analysis. So, yeah, I guess I will end the live for now. So, but once again, thank you for joining, everyone. I really appreciate your support continuously. So thankfully, the number of subscribers on my YouTube channel is now becoming and reaching 50K. So once it reaches, I think of doing a special and long live stream. Maybe it goes up to like 5 hours or 6 hours, long live stream. I'm thinking to do it. And along the way, I'm thinking also to open the trades. So if you can stop by, maybe you can trade with me and learn the way I take trades and the way I exit trades. So yeah, this is Sunday. So please relax. Please have a great rest of your Sunday. And please rest well. And good luck on your trades for this week. So I will see you in the next one. And until then, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right back for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you.